People are gone. Oh, bear with me.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Nice hat.
Thank you.
yeah. Oh shoot.
I brought my wand.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Oh my god.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Welcome.
My wand is not that big.
Yeah, I hear that a lot.
Oh.
Yep. Welcome to another
Not that kind of
episode
wand.
here. Welcome to another episode of Angel in the Afternoon. I'm Angel Rivera with a esteemed guest this week, Alex Knight, Witchy Perfect, and Bill. So, how are we doing?
Hey,
I am in the festive season. I have ghosts in a jar.
Well, aside from what happened on Wednesday, I'm doing fine.
What happened on Wednesday?
Well, I mean, Angel would know too. I mean, Yankees lost to the Jays. So
Oh. Well, you know, dun dun dun.
I don't know what happened. What happened on Wednesday?
The Yankees
well,
lost.
if you don't know baseball, then you don't need to know.
Oh yeah, you were just making fun of me for not knowing NASCAR either.
Oh my god.
I don't know NASCAR
No, I wasn't
anymore.
making fun of you.
I don't know the drivers anymore. I used to know the drivers because my mom was a big Jeff Gordon fan. Her boyfriend liked Terry Labonte. Yeah.
Did you say your husband is an NASCAR fan?
Yeah, but he doesn't watch it really much anymore.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know, but at least the Yankees didn't lose the way the Phillies did last night. I mean, holy fuck.
I'm glad the Phillies lost. I hate the Phillies. Fuck them.
That's brutal.
They can suck a dick.
Suck a dick.
And let me die.
Mm-hmm.
I don't watch sports ball.
Yeah, so
yeah, we don't watch sports entertainment.
Yeah, so we got
me and
plenty
Angel
to
do.
talk about this week. So the Trump administration has allegedly managed to get Netanyahu to agree to the first part of the peace deal, the Gaza ceasefire.
Allegedly.
I say allegedly because that Netanyahu is going to fuck with that and try to get his way and continue the war. But for now,
by the way, where's my counter? I had a counter. I have a counter.
Oh, suck a dick counter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can start a tab here.
Okay, start a tally.
Didn't Netanyahu also cry about how nobody likes Israel or something like that?
I wonder why.
That I missed.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
I missed. But
He said something like that recently.
Witchy,
Yeah,
what are we on?
Netanyahu-
I wonder why. Right?
Two suck a dicks.
Two sucking dicks, yeah.
This is Netanyahu for me. I mean,
You call yourself a man? You know
Well, you just said it again. That's technically three now.
Fucking degenerate prick. You know that's what you are.
By the way,
Alright,
yes,
so-
audience, my hair is darker. I was tired of looking old, so here it is. Here is the finished product.
Nice. I shaved my beard so I look less old too.
Shut up.
oh right.
Shut
Everything's
up.
going gray. Everything's going gray on me.
Yeah, that's because we're getting older.
Yeah, I started going gray in my
But when
20s.
men have a gray hair, that's just wisdom. That just makes them wise. Us women, it makes us look fucking old. We gotta get some vaginas in the room, huh?
Oh, I agree.
Nos acusa a nosotros.
Right.
What?
Flip it.
I don't know why that's
Yeah,
like that.
woo.
Just do that.
Now we are cooking with gas.
Yeah, this is former President Hugo Chavez of Venezuela.
I'm gonna say,
calling
who
out-
is this dude?
You don't know Hugo Chavez he
Oh
died.
yeah, now
in-
I do. I was like, who is that? Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, so he's talking about Israel and the Zionists and how evil they are here. So I figured there's subtitles here. Wait, actually there is subtitles, but in the bottom. Here we go. Let's do that. So you guys can actually understand what's going on in the audience too. So
Nos acusa a nosotros, a mí me acusan de patrocinar el terrorismo. Son ellos los que patrocinan el terrorismo. Aprovecho para condenar de nuevo, desde el fondo de mi alma y de mis vísceras, al Estado de Israel. Maldito seas, Estado de Israel. Maldito sea. Terroristas y asesinos Y viva el pueblo palestino. Pueblo heroico, pueblo bueno. Ustedes no ven el imperio yanqui. Ustedes no ven la masacre que...
By the way, Americans are called Yankees, down in South America. So it's not the New York Yankee baseball team. We're just called Yankees.
Oh yeah, fuck
El
the
Estado
Yankees too.
genocida de Israel cometió contra un grupo de pacifistas que iban llevando una carga humanitaria al pueblo palestino que está en Gaza, rodeado por todos lados por Israel. No les permiten ni agua. Masacraron una gente ahí, ustedes lo vieron, ¿verdad? Bueno, vean ustedes Estados Unidos. Estados Unidos lo que dijo que está preocupado.
This is referring to an event 20 years ago, but it applies today too.
I was just
Because
gonna
Israel.
I was gonna say, what's this video from?
It's like 20 years ago when Hugo Chavez was still alive.
You mean it didn't start on October 7th?
No, we know that, but the mainstream established claim started October 7, 2023. Meanwhile, it's been going on.
We should go over Zoran Mandani's October 7th tweet as well.
Yeah.
I briefly saw that. I didn't. Not really. Yeah, I mean, I can look it up and find it easily. But
Zoran
Imagínense,
Mandani.
Alcalá, Dios nos libre, que eso hubiera ocurrido en aguas venezolanas. Ya estaríamos invadidos.
That's true.
Tengan la seguridad.
If Venezuela did anywhere what Israel did, the U.S. would have invaded them by like 20 years
And make
ago.
it a comic book store. I mean, Jesus Christ. They would have bombed them back to the Stone Age.
Yeah, but Israel gets away with it because they're the spoiled brat child of the United States.
That's
just like
true.
Saudi Arabia is. Just like Saudi Arabia is too. So
You know what? The United States needs to spank that kid.
Speaking of Saudi Arabia, we can also go over the
yeah,
the Riyadh comedy special they had recently.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bill Burr.
The Saudis are buying up everything and every American.
Yeah, Bill Burr, what a piece of shit he is.
What?
The Saudis,
Bill Burr was Trevor Noah in that too?
No,
Bill Burr went. I don't know about Trevor Noah.
But Dave Chappelle was in there. Louis
fucking Dave Chappelle.
Yeah,
Trevor Noah wouldn't be surprising, but Bill Burr, that's disappointing.
Yeah. Bill. The Saudis are buying up everyone and everything. We talked about it last week, but they.
Oh yeah, and Pete Davidson was in there too, despite his dad killed on 9/11.
Jesus.
Yeah, Pete. They're buying up video game companies. Like they bought up EA recently from the Saudis. Hold on.
Yeah, I heard that from you guys.
My face is covered in my logo, but
yeah.
Hi, Angel.
So Venezuela has like the most oil in the world or something.
Yes,
like
even
that, right?
more than Iran.
I think people don't know that.
Yep, even more than Iran.
I mean,
and they still want to. They still want a war with Iran. But yeah, Venezuela has always had, and I literally heard this on a Fox News program. They're like, well, how dare they have our oil under their land?
Yeah.
I mean, this is how fucking pompous these motherfuckers are.
And that's the thing. It's not.
Can you believe it?
It's not America's oil. They want it to be multinational corporations' oil.
Right.
And then
that's
they
the
sell
other
it
thing
back
people
to
don't
us
realize.
at $3 a gallon.
They hook these right wingers in with saying like, oh, we're going to take their oil. And then they think like, oh, for us, right? So like our gas gets cheaper. No, you don't get the gas. It gets sold on the open market. We get nothing. It barely even affects it probably doesn't even affect the price of gas.
Right. Just like the Keystone Pipeline. XL, you never saw a dime of that fucking oil. They sent it to other countries. Yeah. I mean, all these all these pipelines that they have been, well, we're going to go through Native American land. And then you saw what happened to the Native Americans. They were literally hurting and maiming those Native Americans. I mean, we already put them on the shittiest places in the world. Now we're going to take that land too.
Mm-hmm.
That's
under
what I'm
Obama.
saying. Like, yeah,
Obama
under fucking Obama.
And they leaked. It leaked immediately because they always leak.
And it leaked immediately. But you never saw a dime, and you were never going to see a dime of that oil ever.
Suckers.
Tim Dillon's segment on him getting canceled from the Riyadh special, that was pretty funny. I don't know if
that was
Tim
funny.
Dillon,
I did see that.
Yeah.
He talked a bunch of shit and got canceled from it.
Ah!
Good for him though. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
That's it.
So
Suck a dick,
unfortunately,
baby. Suck a dick.
Oh, I gotta write that one down.
all our entertainment and sports is going to be owned by the Saudis.
Yeah, WrestleMania 43.
Yeah.
But that's why it's sports
Yeah,
entertainment. It's not sports anymore.
Yeah, wrestling. WWE just got a $200 million from the Saudis to do WrestleMania.
Yes,
Not
sir.
next year, but the year after. So
yes, sir. Yep. Yeah, and that's why, like, literally, they're gonna own. Saudi Arabia is gonna own America. Period. It's gonna be like the United States of Saudi Arabia.
They own boxing. They got into boxing recently. So
all sports entertainment.
The Saudi States of Arabia.
Yeah.
Are these sports even real anymore? Do you follow on Twitter? NBA is rigged. The account.
It is. I literally posted 2 videos from a guy who wrote a book about, it's fixed. The fix is in, and the fix is in again. I've been doing extensive research on this, and I used to follow a guy on YouTube that literally would break down play by play, not only NFL, but also college too, because college now, you can bet on college, you can bet on the NFL, you can bet on fucking wrestling. I mean, you can fucking bet on anything. And because you bet on it, they have made it entertainment. Even Roger Goodell in the United States courts have labeled the NFL as sports entertainment.
Yeah.
Speaking of NFL, Giants beat the Eagles last night. Thank fucking God.
Because they were scripted to do so.
I didn't watch it. I didn't watch a single play of that game because I assumed they would lose. And
I saw your response.
And then my brother was like, "Oh, they're winning 34-17." Like, what? Like, how did that happen?
Because they were told
they have no chance.
Just like on wrestling, they were told to.
Barkley was nowhere to be found.
Yeah, but he got his ring, so I don't think he really cares now. All right, so let's get back to this. I mean,
nos hubieran invadido, pero no, como es Israel, se le permite de todo. Entonces, ese es un ejemplo de doble moral. El gobierno de Obama condena el terrorismo, siempre y cuando no sea cometido por ellos mismos. Ahora, fíjense ustedes, la oposición venezolana no ha dicho ni nada contra Israel. No, que Israel...
The right-wing opposition loves Israel in Venezuela. That's why. To this day, they tell the United States, you put us in power, we'll do exactly what Israel tells us. So they can't wait to be owned by Israel.
Él financia a la oposición venezolana, financia la contrarrevolución. Incluso hay grupos de terroristas israelíes del Mossad que andan detrás de mí, tratando de matarme. Tratando de matarme.
There you go.
Now,
I mean,
he died from cancer, right? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they have just like
that's the official reason why he died.
What the hell is his name? I can't even think of his damn fucking name anymore. But the guy from Cuba, Fidel Castro.
Oh, Fidel.
Yeah, they have several attempts on his life.
Do you speak it?
I'm sorry.
What? What?
It gets stuck in my head, and then I'm like, wait, what the fuck was that? Oh yeah, okay. But yeah, it's literally like Castro. How many attempts on his life had they failed at? And then again, this guy too. When he was still alive, yeah, he died of old age because I think all those Castro, they were trying to get him because he died an old man. I think that was all bullshit, all made up.
Castro, the greatest thing he did was dying an old man in his bed. Because how many times the U.S. tried to kill him and they failed miserably every time?
I honestly think those, but we tried to kill Castro today. And they really didn't,
So after he died, his brother took over, right? Raul Castro took over for a period of time. Yeah. And during that time period, they were
a couple of the people who have been stealing Puerto Rican tax money instead.
Go ahead.
They were still just saying Castro. His brother took over, and all the propaganda was still, Castro, Castro, Castro. And that was because we were supposed to think Fidel was in charge. So people didn't even know when he died because they just kept saying, Castro is so scary, Castro. It's a different Castro.
Oh, he'll come back from the dead. Zombie Castro. No, I don't think so. But here you go. Here is the coup de grace. The gentleman said it very eloquently there. What the hell was his name? No, not this guy. The other guy. The guy that's speaking about Venezuela.
Hugo
Chavez.
Chavez. Okay, so Chavez was speaking.
Do you speak it?
He was speaking very eloquently about how you have to suck the dick of Israel or you are enemy number one. Public enemy number one.
Yep. So
way before a lot of people knew what was going on. Like, I knew for a long time that Israel was very problematic. I didn't know quite to what extent until more recently, but there was a lot of people that were hip to it way before I was, more.
Oh yeah,
more
me too. Yeah. I mean, I knew very little about the world until just a few years ago. So,
and I mean, we have been so propagandized that, I mean, what have we been told all these years? Oh, well, it's a war dating back thousands and thousands of years between the Jews and the Muslims, which is completely not true. First of all. Second of all, if you ever do get to see the movie Cast a Giant Shadow, it is pro-Israel because it shows how Israel became a country. But I think that the United States still had a lot to do with that. But it told it from a side of, well, Israel should exist, and this is why. So it was a movie that was propagandist, but I mean, it still told you the history of how Israel became a country in the first place.
Are you guys seeing the chat? Because mine is glitched. I can't see anything.
Yeah, hi CBC and hi Earl.
Press the chat button. You might need to press that.
Yeah,
mine has been defaulted closes for whatever.
Yeah, my chat's
mine
glitched.
will glitch at the end, but I mean it's okay now. So yeah, we see CBC and I see Earl.
Yeah, it's glitched for me.
Shit. Well, I'm sorry. That's why I haven't acknowledged anybody because I don't see anything. So I'm sorry about that. Don't know why. I'm gonna have to. I'll just go on YouTube and look at it. I can't pull up anybody's chat because mine's glitched. So sorry about that. But yeah, anyways, this is a guy who's talking about Puerto Rico and Wall Street's influence on Puerto Rico. So.
My God, he looks like Magnum.
Here are a couple of the people who have been stealing Puerto Rican tax money instead of fixing the power grid. I'm going to go ahead and say allegedly because I don't want to get sued or shot in the head. David Brownstein, a financial advisor on retainer for $850,000 per month. That's $28,000 a day. That is more than what the median salary of a Puerto Rican is in a year, which that number is $27,213, by the way. I did look it up. In total, Brownstein has made $50 million of Puerto Rican tax money. Consulting firm McKinsey.
$850,000 a month. I mean, that's about what? I'm going to do the math here if you don't mind.
No, go ahead.
That's a bunch of pro-Israel.
Oh yeah, and speaking of Puerto Rico, the right are crying over Bad Bunny possibly performing in the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, the right can suck.
Oh yeah, we talked about it last week.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Holy shit!
$10,200,000 a year. That's just on fees from Puerto Rico.
I'm in the wrong business, y'all.
Yeah.
I make a fourth of that.
Yeah.
Or an eighth.
Outrageous.
I should say an eighth.
We are Puerto Ricans are getting robbed, blind, and it happening in the open. It's not like it's happening behind anybody's back. It's happening in the open. So
they're doing it right in front of your face, baby.
Mm-hmm.
McKinsey and Company has been paid at least $300 million, and what do they have to show for it? Nothing. And then Proskauer Rose, a law firm headed by lead attorney Martin J. Beinenstock that charges as much as $1,475 per hour. And in total, they have billed Puerto Ricans.
Look at this. He's charged
$1,475 per hour. And in total, they have billed Puerto Ricans $355 million. I'm going to also go ahead and mention Arthur J. Gonzalez, the former chair of the FOMB, the Financial Oversight Management Board, that has helped facilitate all of this. They have helped funnel money out of Puerto Ricans' pockets and off the island.
By the way, that Albert Gonzalez is Puerto Rican, so fucking over his own people for profit.
He looks like a circumcised penis.
His own people for profit.
Island into the bank accounts of these wealthy Wall Street lawyers. I don't know if this is a crime, but it kind of feels like it is.
It is a
It's called
crime.
distortion.
No, man, it's a crime.
You could argue this is kleptocracy. Also, fun fact, Arthur J. Gonzalez and
Oh my God, he does.
Martin J. Bienenstock were both involved in the Enron case.
Get a load of this. These two guys, Albert Gonzalez and this other dude, was involved in Enron. That scam.
And Martin J. Bienenstock were both involved in the Enron case.
Yeah,
Gonzalez was the presiding bankruptcy judge, and Bienenstock was the lead attorney for Enron. Share this with everybody you know.
So Gonzalez was the judge involved in the Enron case, and Bienenstock was the lawyer representing Enron. So
I mean,
all
he doesn't
one big.
Look like a dick. He is one.
I bet he took a lot of Tylenol after he got that circumcision.
This is all one. This is all one big corrupt system, and none of us are in on it.
Yeah, it's a big club, and we ain't in it.
Yeah, that guy's definitely a better version of Ian Carroll for sure.
The mustache is nicer.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So it's very important to understand what's going on in the world. Whoops. Anyways,
the dickheads that are in charge.
That actually look like dicks.
we have U.S. military members, current U.S. military members, going to food pantries because they're not getting paid because the government shut down.
Have you seen that viral photo of these soldiers that have been deployed? They're like.
As I take a step aside here, there is quite a bit of
military
I'll let you
members.
talk.
The Gravy Seals.
Yeah, the Gravy Seals, exactly.
That was who made that joke?
Hey, Sean.
People did.
Hey, Sean. Earl is here.
Stuff.
What?
Yeah, I think I did.
Well, as Bill and I would say, the Gravy Seals. A lot of military that were deployed. A lot of them were very overweight. So
Meal Team 6.
Oh.
Yeah. We got Sean in the chat. Earl. CBC. Unfortunately, my chat is glitched, so I can't pull up anybody's chat.
Hi, everybody.
It's fine. I don't know.
I can't see anything. So,
like and subscribe.
And when I do this, see, there's nothing there. Even though, there is something there.
It popped right back on.
That's weird. I don't want that there because it clutters the screen. But for some reason, I can't see it here, but I can see it when I put it on the screen. That's weird.
Well, I see it on the right side of my computer.
I can't see it. It's like glitched, so it's fine. I'll acknowledge people here. Anyways, this is a story about how current U.S. military members are going to food pantries because they got no money. They're not getting paid because of the shutdown. So that's.
As I take a step aside here, there is quite a bit of military members and their families in line because of this government shutdown. We're in day 9 of it, and they're here for a food pantry. There's all sorts of food that is available, and I spoke with some military member spouses, and I spoke with some department heads here at the ASYMCA on why this is so important. What's the difference in the amount of people that you've seen from today to previously?
So when we first started coming, there definitely wasn't this amount of, it was a lot, but it wasn't this amount to where it wrapped around the building. But lately it has been a lot. Like we were here last week and we were in line for like 2 hours.
In a normal week, we usually run out of food about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Last week we ran out of food about 10:30.
There you go.
Yeah. So next time a politician says, God bless our troops, tell him to go suck a dick.
Support our troops.
Support our troops, but we're not going to. But you have to.
Yeah, because we're not going to. You have to. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, you have to. That's why they have this shit like wounded warriors and shit like that. They can't even help them when they get home. These people are fucked up. They're fucked up in the head. Their bodies are all fucked up. They have barely any limbs. And literally you have to support wounded warriors just to help fucking troops.
That's the thing. They get paid. Actually, no. They're expected to serve around the world, not get paid. Yeah. Because of the shutdown. So they have to continue doing their jobs even though they don't get paid. And then what's worse is
give your life for us, but no money for you.
Yeah, and then what's worse is the administration is saying, "Oh, we don't know whether we're going to pay you for all that work you did." So they're trying to rip them off even after the shutdown's over.
Or like that Seinfeld episode when that chef's like, "No soup for you," or whatever he says.
Yeah. See, this is what I'm talking about. Rich people don't give a damn about our troops. What they do care about is they want our troops to come home, if they come home at all. They want them to come home maimed. Yeah, another one. Because, I mean, they want them to come home fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
They don't help them when they get home. Most homeless people are homeless veterans.
You're being very unfair. I support the troops.
Mm-hmm.
We got to help the troops. Make sure you help the troops, support the troops. God bless the troops. Fuck you, Trump. Go suck a dick.
I had bone spurs. I couldn't go to war, but I support the troops.
Suck a dick.
There you go.
I got him writing them down.
So
yeah. Come on. Keep ahead here.
Let's see. What else? Do I have anything else? Oh yeah. So there's so many videos of the ICE arresting people in like brutal fashion. I mean, just assaulting them and kicking their asses. That
Workers.
I could spend the entire show covering that, but we get the point. I mean, it's.
I was watching Jimmy Dore because Kit Cabela was on.
I missed it.
Yeah, I was on Rumble, and even the fucking people on Rumble are so... I literally was pulling my hair out. This one guy was literally harassing me to the point of where, like, I was just reporting his comments all the time. But, like, literally, he's like, well, it is the... he was blaming the immigrants. I said, you're a fucking idiot. This is what the rich want you to. Turn off Fox News. Turn off CNN. Turn off MSNBC. They are fucking lying to you. They want you to get in a civil war. They want you to hate the immigrants because the rich, don't want to soil their own hands. So if the rich get a civil war, here's what happens. We all fucking die, motherfuckers. My enemy is not the immigrants. My enemy is the fucking rich pedophiles out trying to fuck my kid. Guess what? Try it.
They said they were gonna go after the criminals and stuff, and all I see is they're harassing people at work. They're taking them out of the job, arresting them.
Exactly.
They
chased a white guy down the street because he yelled, "Hey, fuck you," or something like that. He was yelling at the ICE.
Jimmy Dore uploaded a couple of videos last night or yesterday that were pretty funny. One of them was Katie Porter having a meltdown on that about how she would probably have to get some 44% of like the Trump supporters if she wanted to win or something like that, or she would need to support some of the right people, not the division. And she had a meltdown over that. That was pretty funny.
She's crazy. I'm calling her California's Klobuchar.
Yeah. But also, he put up another good video of I'm sure some of you saw what I posted in the group that Hassan Piker used a shock collar on his dog, or maybe not his dog, but that was disgusting what he did.
Then someone should put a shock collar on him.
Yeah.
I was wondering if it could be a buzz collar, because I know buzz collars can look like that too. So I don't know for sure if it's a shock collar, but I'm here for the memes anyway.
Well, there were images proving that. Proving that it was a shock collar.
Yeah, I believe it. The dog wasn't doing nothing.
Just laying.
We are on. I'm not sure anybody noticed, but we're on day 10 of the government shutdown.
Yeah.
We are day 10. This is 10 days since the government shutdown. Or, to be fair, it's a partial shutdown. Because it was a full shutdown, then...
Because they don't want the Epstein files released.
Israel still gets their money, so it can't be a full shutdown.
Yeah.
No.
We gotta keep that going.
We gotta keep it open for Israel, man. We gotta suck that dick, man.
Yeah.
So these are the most recent updates. OMB Director Russ Rault.
I might clip that.
Russ Rault said the Trump administration has started handing out layoff notices to federal workers. Writing on X, the RIF has begun noticing to reductions in force. Vogt told Republicans lawmakers after the shutdown began the reductions in force, the government term for layoffs, would begin within a couple days. More than 4,000 workers should get layoff notices across 7 federal agencies, according to a court filing. Some federal employees received notices Friday telling them they would be laid off in 60 days. House Speaker Mike Johnson said, "We are not in a good mood." As he noted, Friday marks the first day federal workers will not receive their full paychecks
you're not in a
since the
good
shutdown.
mood because you literally have...
began October 1st.
There's this Democrat, they were talking about it on... I forget who they were talking about it on. I think maybe Kit brought it up. It's literally... They have this woman who needs to be sworn in, and she's going to be like the 216 things that they need for the Epstein files, and that they can't swear her in if the government ain't open.
Is it 216 or 316?
Something like that. I don't remember. I had saw it in passing, right?
It's 216.
You didn't get that reference?
And those guys are not going to let those Epstein. No one is going to let the Epstein files come out. I don't know why the hell they're doing this. It's not worth it, because I guarantee you the only way they're going to open the government up is if they get this woman's mind right. She'll get her mind right once they talk to her and blackmail her.
Steph, I don't know if you heard me, but I was asking you, is it 216 or 316?
No, it's 216. 316.
Yes, 216.
I get it now. I get it. But yeah, it's 216. But I think it was Jimmy Dore's show. I think I had just seen in passing on Jimmy's show. I turned it on and I was like, "Don't worry, they'll find something to blackmail her with. She'll get her mind right."
The woman that won was Raul Guerraro's daughter. The one that was whatever his name is, the congressman who died recently. His daughter won.
His daughter won, and they're gonna swear her in, but they can't because of the government shutdown. She said when she gets sworn in, she would be the 216 vote to make sure that the Epstein files. They have a vote on the Epstein files coming out. Again, she'll get her mind right.
Someone will change their mind. I changed my mind.
Or somebody else will vote against
someone else. Someone else will change their mind.
And speaking of the Epstein files, Pam Bondi also had a meltdown in your hearing.
And we're still talking about Epstein? Yeah, because your fucking name is on it, you stupid bitch.
And she's like, "Don't call me a liar."
I'll call you a fucking liar. I'll also call you a pedophile.
The continued stalemates also makes it likely that members of the military will miss their next paycheck. It has to arrive October 15th. There's been little movement towards ending the shutdown in recent days. The Senate rejected motions to advance Democratic and Republican-backed spending bills for a seventh time on Thursday. And they left town until Tuesday, by the way, because Monday is Columbus Day, so it's a holiday, so they won't be back in session until Tuesday.
And Columbus was a sex slave.
I was just going to say another pedophile, right?
Another pedophile. He used to sell sex slaves, child sex slaves. So fuck him and fuck the horse he rode in on. He can suck a dick.
Several U.S. airports have experienced flight delays this week due to shortages of air traffic controllers, who are considered essential workers and have been working without pay since funding lapsed earlier this month. But they're expected to receive back pay once the shutdown ends.
Yeah.
There's no timer.
And if you believe that, I got a bridge to sell you.
This is a timer: 9 days, 19 hours, 38 minutes, and 50 seconds. It'll be 10 days because the Congress out of session until Tuesday, so definitely get the
good thing I went to Chicago a couple months earlier.
Yeah,
everything eventually just becomes slavery with extra steps.
I mean, yeah, technically, people's wages, the fact that they haven't raised the minimum wage, technically is slavery. Yeah. Even the poor white people are starting to notice.
Yeah, I mean, remember when Joe Biden said he was going to raise the minimum wage? Whoops.
He doesn't remember that either.
Of course he doesn't.
Sean, I wouldn't doubt
when he first became president, Biden was like, in that COVID bill, when we got that last stimulus check,
oh god,
he's like, oh yeah,
the $1,200.
Yeah, the $1,200 when he got screwed out of the 2,000, but. Or the 1,800, whatever it was.
Oh yeah,
that bill.
The excuses we got.
Oh, the excuses. Well, it adds up to 2,000, doesn't it?
Yeah,
that's not what you promised us, you stupid motherfucker.
No, and then they promised a $15 an hour minimum wage, and of course that's the first thing Biden took out, and actually the Republicans took it out, and Biden did nothing, put it back in.
He left it up to the states, and even the states. So the state of Pennsylvania had a bill 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago that came out, and they said, "Oh, we're gonna increase the minimum wage over time." I never heard a lick of that bill. That bill never got passed because it's just sitting there. You can't even leave it up to the fucking states because the states don't give a fuck.
But
they don't care about poor people.
Yeah.
Don't forget, last year Kyle Kowinski said that he wished he voted for Biden. Based off the
well, Kuklinski is a fucking Ken doll with a brain problem.
Speaking of which, did you see Richard Menhurt's
I did.
You here?
No.
I said Kyle's getting nervous.
Yeah.
Why did he change his hair to blonde now?
I think you responded, Steph. I think you did.
Crystal's got a type.
Yeah.
He's going after Crystal now. He wants a mom.
Yeah.
I can be your little son, mommy.
Hey, I want to mention that you remember Joe Biden ended extended unemployment on Memorial Day.
Yes, he did.
Cover for me
to everybody.
I gotta go. Cover for me for a second.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's such a Biden thing to do too. To be like, oh, let's end. The day he picks to end extended unemployment is Memorial Day of all days. Just because he's such an asshole that he has to throw that extra "fuck you" at everybody.
Oh yeah.
Ending the
classic Biden.
Anyways.
It was a classic rich person pedophile move.
Oh, I shouldn't say that. Never mind.
America's dead. I love that.
America's dead.
I love that. America's dead.
America's dead.
God save the queen, man.
Something. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, they have digital ID now out in the UK. Now we're all fucked. We're all fucked because it's gonna come here. It's gonna come here. And I'm going to tell him to go suck a dick because I ain't doing it. I'm not doing it. You don't need to know where I'm at, what I'm purchasing. You don't need to know that shit. You're a fucking pedophile who just wants to get after my kid, and you ain't going to do it.
You're going to eat the bugs.
You're going to, you own nothing, eat the bugs.
You're going to own nothing, you'll be happy, Kamala Harris Ford.
What was the other thing I saw? A guy said, well, you talk about, communism or whatever. I said, I never even mentioned communism, but it was
communism isn't the problem.
No. And he was saying it's not the solution. So capitalism has gotten us to where we are. So what is
China?
Communism.
Well, yeah, anytime you have anything bad to say about capitalism, they just jump to the conclusion that therefore you're talking about communism as if it's the only two options.
But I said that. I said, so exactly what is your solution? What is your answer then if communism is not the answer? He never messaged me back.
Mild reform.
He never replied.
The most you'll get is mild reformism, which, as we know, it just gets clawed back. You can make a little bit of changes around the edges, and it will maybe make things a little bit better, very temporarily, and then just gets all clawed back.
Fucking trolls I have to deal with on Rumble just because I put on a comment on Jimmy Dore's videos.
So basically, the squad. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's Rumble is like a right wing platform, so don't be surprised to see a bunch of right wing.
Peter Thiel, who's a pedophile.
Did we ever talk about Israel paying the $7,000 to those?
No, but I did.
Snow was talking about that. He's like, I still didn't get my $7,000. God damn it!
Yeah, Crab is out there. Crab is out there shilling.
You ever had a chance of being struck by lightning and having the $7,000 fall in your face?
You're not getting that money.
I mean, Crab is out there shilling for it, but
especially that Xavier guy, the African American guy. He's one of the cringiest people ever.
Cringiest people ever. And I mean, you're like the only thing you're gonna get $7,000 for is if you let BB come in your face.
Yeah.
Maybe.
This is from the Jewish Telegraphic Agency. So Israel to spend the $4.1 million to bolster support among Christians in Western U.S. filing show. San Diego firm contracted to geofence churches, recruit pastors, and tour an October 7th experience exhibit as part of Israel expanded global outreach efforts. With its populating United States crashing.
Jews don't stand with Israel.
And I hate to break this to the Jewish community, but you do know that it was the Christians who were the fucking Nazis, right? You do know that Hitler had grown up Catholic.
Well, and I hate to break it. I'd hate to break it to the Christians, but if you go to Israel, they might spit on you.
Oh yeah, like
they might bomb you.
Was saying like I only got spat on once or whatever he said.
Oh my God, you people are this dumb. You guys, it's like you don't have any memories. You have no memories of World War II. It's like you forgot everything in history class.
Oh my God. That's like everyone now. Everyone has 5-minute memories.
I guess.
With its populated United States crashing, Israel's bankrolling what organizers said will be the largest campaign of its kind to bolster support among evangelical churches, until recently seen as an unshakable base of support for the Jewish state. Israel's foreign minister has hired an American firm to run the campaign, with plans to spend up to $4.1 million on marketing aimed at Christians across the western part of the country, according to newly filed federal disclosures. The documents filed last week under the Federal Agents Registration Act revealed that Show Faith by Works LLC will execute what it bills as the largest Christian church geofencing campaign in U.S. history. A newly formed company with a San Diego address, Show Faith by Works, is run by Chad Schlittinger, a prominent Christian conservative activist in California. The initiative is designed to reach churchgoers with digital ads that are explicitly pro-Israel and anti-Palestinian,
Oh,
while
fuck
displaying a
off.
mobile October 7th experience exhibit to church parking lots and Christian colleges. The campaign adds a new prong to Israel's U.S. communication blitz, complementing a $1.5 million per month contract for AI-driven social media activity with former Trump campaign strategist Brad Parscale, and a contract with a firm called Bridge Partners to create an influencer network called the Esther Project. The PR blitz announced was anticipated after Israel's foreign ministry was allocated $150 million in this year's budget for public relations efforts. Public attention to Israel's efforts surged last week following a report by an online outlet called Responsible Statecraft, which is published by the Quincy Institute, a dovish foreign policy think tank in Washington, D.C. Dovish is like their dubs, they're anti-war. Together, the deals underscore how Israel's government is deploying unprecedented resources to shape American opinion in what the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has described as the country's eighth front, the battle of narrative and public opinion around the world. The campaign comes at a time when Israel's once reliable support among U.S. evangelicals is showing cracks, with recent surveys show that younger evangelicals are less likely to support Israel than previous generations. Americans, period. Okay, though initiated months earlier, it says previous generations, Americans,
Yeah.
period.
What?
There we go. We found another
Americans. It's its own
As in those
statement.
crazy Americans just won't support Israel.
Previous generations, Americans.
Period. Yeah.
Period.
Though initiated months earlier, the campaign also comes shortly after the assassination of Charlie Kirk, who was perhaps the most prominent evangelical pro-Israel voice speaking to young Americans. According to invoices attached to the filing, Show Faith, which was formed on August 5th, expects to receive more than $3.25 million over 5 months, paid in equal installments routed through the global ad giant Havas Media, while also floating an ideal additional budget of $835,000 for equipment and expansion. The firm reported receiving an initial payment of about $326,000 on September 18th, days before it formally registered with the Department of Justice Department as a foreign agent. The arraignment mirrors the structure of Parscale and Bridge contracts, which also lists Havas as an intermediary, pointing to the company's role in coordinating Israel foreign agent activities in the United States. Showface's scope of work blends high targeting with old-fashioned religious outreach. Campaign documents detail plans of geofencing, a technique that targets ads toward worship phones with specific geographical boundaries around churches, Christian campuses in California, Nevada, Arizona, and Colorado. The firm is pledged to recruit pastors to write op-eds and distribute pastoral resource packages by mail, to hire social media influencers and produce television-style commercials, and to tour branded trailer exhibit featuring tents, virtual reality headsets, and kiosks designed to immerse the audience in narratives of Israel's conflict with Hamas, for a program that would be called the October 7th experience.
That's gonna suck.
Yeah.
I bet that's gonna suck.
No, that's gonna be terrible.
And I'm very ashamed of our chat right now. Not one person has complimented my hair. Shame on you, chat. No, I'm kidding.
Did you see it said Justice Department? What did it say? Department of Justice Department.
It said
Department of Justice Department.
The Department of It did say that.
Good catch, Bill.
The Department of Justice Department.
The reason why
another error.
I noticed that because I when I was reading it, I missed. Damn, where is it?
I saw it.
Who wrote this?
No, wait, I'm too far.
A 5-year-old with a speech impediment.
The Department
Right
of
there.
Justice Department.
Right there. The Department of Justice Department as a foreign agent.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of reworded that to Justice
You fixed
Department,
it for
even though
you fixed it
Yeah,
for
we
them.
fixed it for you. Do we get
you
any
see,
money
that's
for
what,
it?
that's what I end up doing is just fixing it in my head and just
It's
continuing.
departments within departments within departments.
I mean, it's one
Yeah,
big
again,
giant
what is it?
department dick suck.
What is it
I
with
mean,
these news organizations and their?
Yeah.
Doesn't the editors check their articles anymore?
They don't want to
think
pay
they do.
nobody. And they just
They don't-
interns.
They don't care. They're going to get paid anyway. So.
Yeah, they're gonna get paid anyway. So you know, you have
Okay,
to,
there we go.
as you do it, you fix it in your own brain. That's how you know.
That's
you
what I
fix
end up
it.
doing.
It's
I
like
noticed that, but I just fixed it in my brain.
It's like a Bethesda game. You got the mods
yeah.
have to fix it. You release
Yeah.
it, you release it broken, and then the mods fix it. It's like Bethesda wrote this.
Or
Yeah.
you may have to upgrade your PC, but overall the game's doing great. Remember that, Bill?
The filings project 47 million ad impressions across display, audio, and connected TV channels over the course of a year. The filings name 5 people involved with Show Faith, led by its founder Shitner, who is listed in LinkedIn as the managing partner of Greystone Public Affairs. It's like when
Greystone for a second.
yeah, it's like when I called the Yankees pitcher Shitler by accident. Like, I'm not the only one who's done it, but
He was Shitler.
A political consulting and grassroots organizing firm based on Riverside, California. Schlittler,
No, that's not who he is.
who leads the state chapter of the Faith and Freedom Coalition, a conservative Christian political advocacy group. Among others are Melissa Lundy, who reported recent volunteer work with the Los Angeles County Republican Party and contributions to the California GOP. Richard Tong Do, who disclosed paying $350 in dues to attend the California GOP convention earlier this month. In pitch materials, Show Faith by Works has also floated the idea of recruiting celebrity spokespeople to amplify their campaign. A presentation slide attached to the filing lists figures such as actors Chris Pratt, Mel Gibson, and Mark Wahlberg. Televangelist Joe
Pratt and Mark Wahlberg, really?
Well, Mel Gibson, yeah, because that dude,
yeah,
he
Mel
just
Gibson,
hates
not a
Jews
surprise.
anyway.
Well, yeah, that's why I didn't mention it. But really, Chris Pratt and Mark Wahlberg, really? Them?
Televangelist Joel Osteen, which is not a surprise, and former NFL quarterback Tim Tebow, which is not surprising either. By the way, Tim Tebow was a terrible quarterback. They call him former NFL quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, literally, I can spend like hours and hours on this about Tim Tebow and the fact that they just put him in because they wanted to beat the Steelers. That was his claim to fame. He was going to beat the Steelers.
The Patriots destroyed his career.
Exactly.
Well, they wanted.
I think the NFL destroyed his career.
They wanted Bill Belichick wanted to turn him into a running back, but he refused it, so they cut him, and he never played football again.
Well,
I think you're thinking of the Jets when it was Rex Ryan.
No, I thought it was Belichick. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, I thought it was. I think it was Rex Ryan. Yeah.
Coach. Rex, remember when Tim Tebow went to the Jets and Rex Ryan was his coach? Remember that?
Yeah.
I remember the Christians loved him because he was doing the like.
Yeah, and I was just about to say that.
He did the anti-gay campaign.
This is literally how you know Tim Tebow is fucking gayer than a $3 bill. He literally got upset because there was a picture of him and 2 women in the picture, and he's like, well, they were scantily clad. I went, they're wearing more fucking clothes than you are, you dumb motherfucker. Shut the fuck up. Okay, if you want to suck dick, Tim Tebow, then go for it. I don't
take
give
a knee.
Fuck. Take a knee and suck the dick.
So they're planning to use these people as endorsers who can bring star power to the pro-Israel messaging in Christian communities. It is unclear whether any of this outreach to celebrities have taken place. And the names appear in the documents as aspirational targets rather than confirmed partners.
Speaking of Mel Gibson, I believe he's directing The Passion of the Christ too.
Yeah.
Yes,
I was like, wait,
he is.
Died once. He can't make him.
I was just gonna say
part 2.
I don't know how he's gonna work that out.
They left it on a cliffhanger.
It's like a cliffhanger. You know, they kill him. And,
famous cliffhanger ending.
We gotta kill him again. Kill him again.
There wasn't a cliffhanger. Jesus died, and that's
Christ
it.
Come back alive or what?
Yeah, they didn't kill him. They just kind of, they were like poking him for a couple of days.
The first movie did the resurrection.
Hey, you awake? I mean, Jesus Christ.
The first movie did the resurrection and him going up to heaven after 3 days, but oh no,
So there's a
resurrections
part
after 3
2?
days.
There's a part
And
2.
It's gonna be
no,
it's gonna be
Jesus
like
not seen
Terminator
again
2.
in person at least.
It's gonna be a different
But
Jesus
if
coming
anybody
back.
hates Jewish people, that would be Mel Gibson. Remember that tirade he went on about the Jews?
Yeah.
Does anyone remember
Mhm.
that? I mean, I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
think you're going to reach him. Okay, I think he's too far gone.
Yeah, the campaign's pro-Israel messaging is designed to speak directly to pastors and Christian audiences about Israel's biblical and historical significance. The materials emphasize a Jewish presence in the land before 1948.
And what
the
happened
state's
on
legitimacy.
1948? What was the start of in 1948?
The start of Israelites killing Arabs.
Yeah.
Wait, was that the Nakba?
Yeah.
Yeah,
was
I think
48
so.
was 48 the Nakba?
Yeah.
I'm
That's
pretty
what
sure it
Cast
was.
a Giant
The
Shadow is
state's-
about. Is how they overthrew the Arabs. Yeah.
The state's legitimacy and record of protecting non-Jewish populations, total bullshit, and Israel's efforts to uphold civilian safety and moral superiority in wartime. Other talking points highlight Israel's democratic freedoms. By the way, Netanyahu has been in power for decades, but somehow they have democratic freedoms in Israel. Its partnership with the United States and its place in the Christian's New Testament, suggesting Christians' message about the birthplace of Christ. One bullet point says to question the long-standing policy of a two-state solution. So, by the way, in the Revelations, which is in the New Testament, when Jesus comes back, the first people who die are Jews. Every Jew gets killed off. In Revelation.
That's the coming back of Egypt. Sorry, I'm okay. No,
they say
when Jesus comes back, there's going to be a whole bunch of Jewish people that won't convert, because I mean that's when Jesus is said to come back, you have to convert or you die.
Yeah.
You're thrown
So
into
the only Jews that survive are the ones that convert to Christianity. The rest of them die.
400 of them is what the number that I
it was 400. Yeah, it's all this brimstone and bullshit. Can't just Jesus come back and say, "Hey, groovy, everybody love each other." Turn the other cheek. Mwah, love you, poor people. You know what I mean? Like they would literally kill Jesus again, even if he did come back.
If any of you can see a Grape Team's mess or comment there.
I thought Mel Gibson liked Israel. He hates Z.
No, his recent one.
Oh, someday Tim Tebow will come out gay and people will think it's a Mandela. I'm saying that picture.
I can't put it up on screen.
The two women, I've seen that picture. That picture with Tim Tebow, and I've seen it. And those women were not scantily clad.
Is it the Mr. Smithers meme where he's crying and the two women are kicking their butts at him?
He's crying because the women won't pay because he's gay and he, you know. I mean, if you want to suck dick to Tim Tebow, fine. No one should pressure you about being a Christian about that. But no, you know why they say? You know what? The reason that Tim Tebow gave for why they fired him from the NFL. Well, they did that because he was Christian. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Really? Yeah, everyone else is fucking Christian, so they just pick you out because you're Christian.
Yeah.
What are you fucking
because he sucked.
about?
That's the real reason why. But here's the anti-Palestinian bullshit they want to put out. The anti-Palestinian section of the plan characterizes Palestinians chiefly through the prism of Hamas. It asserts that Palestinians are complicit in Hamas's leadership, financing, and military operations, and accuses them of sheltering terrorists, hiding weapons in schools and hospitals, and celebrating the October 7th attack. Yeah. The materials stress that they are never been in Palestinian state, that Hamas and Iran's goal is genocidal rather than land focused, and that Palestinians have squandered opportunities for modernization in favor of violence. The filings also note attacks on American Christian aid workers in Gaza. First of all, this whole thing about there's never been a Palestinian state, that's not true. Look at maps at pre-1948. They all say Palestine.
Yeah, I mean there was
there was a Palestinian state. That's bullshit.
Their argument rests upon the fact
shooting Arabs. Yeah.
The argument rests upon the fact that there was a time before the modern nation state, and Palestine was then, and then the formation of the modern nation state happened, and they didn't get to become one because Israel did it instead. And it's like an equivocation. Like no, like just because it wasn't a modern nation state how we think of it now doesn't mean it wasn't a nation in some form. Like ancient Greece was also not a modern nation state.
Right.
Like
Well, it was, and like I said, just because there's a movie out there called Cast a Giant Shadow, which was pro-Israel. I mean, there were Israelites in that center or that part of the world. It's just that they literally were killing innocent people to take their land and eventually become Israel. So, I mean, that's what the movie doesn't tell you. It just kind of says that America got involved, and that's how Israel became a country.
So this company, Clock Tower X LLC, is committing to produce 100 ads per month with 5,000 variations to combat anti-Semitism in the United States. Documents revealed they plan to deploy AI-driven search engine optimization tools and shape output of GPT-based chatbots.
They should have made it 7,000 variations.
Pretty much, pretty much that's Israel desperate because they're losing the public opinion in the U.S. So this is
especially the kids, with the kids. The kids are not
Israel's
down
answer
for this.
Mm-hmm.
The whole next generation.
And I wonder why. I mean, they know that Israel is bad.
Well, I mean, like almost every country has turned on Israel, I think. So
yeah.
I mean, even the U.S. It's just we're ruled over by a bunch of chomo psychopaths.
That is correct.
If we were able to vote on it today, people would be like, no more aid to Israel. But we don't have direct democracy.
Well, that's the rich people are like, well, shut up, poor people. We're gonna do what we want.
That's a good segue to this segment. U.S. military aid and arms transfer to Israel, October 2023 to September 2025. So, in the 2 years since October 7, 2023, the U.S. government has spent $21.7 billion on aid to Israel, according to policy analyst William J. Hartong. The figure does not include the tens of billions of dollars in arms sales agreements that have been committed for weapons and services that will be paid and delivered in the years to come.
I just looked up the amount of money it would cost to end U.S. homelessness in the U.S. would be between $11 billion and $30 billion per year. That's the numbers that they claim. I bet I could do it for cheaper than that.
Me too.
The U.S. arms have been central to IDF and Israel police operations in Gaza, West Bank, and beyond. The weapons in Israel's existing inventory are being used in Gaza and the broader Middle East come mainly from the United States. Israel's entire inventory of combat-capable aircrafts comes from the U.S., including 75 F-15s, 196 F-16s, and 39 F-35s. So this is me too.
Motherfucker, do you speak?
What?
Israel's attack and transport helicopters are also all of U.S. origins, including 46 Apache helicopters and 25 Sea Stallion and 49 Black Hawk transfer helicopters. Israel's U.S. supplied weapons, which include not only its combat aircraft, but also tens of thousands of bombs and missiles with advanced targeting systems that inflicted the devastating humanitarian toll on the people of Gaza.
Speaking of Gaza, Kamala Harris is now trying to claim, she tried everything she can to help with Gaza and all that, shit she's saying.
I was secretly on the right side of things.
That whore kicked out Gaza protesters from her campaign events, and her supporters cheered it at the time. So I don't want to hear bullshit from her.
She's not a whore.
Then say it, otherwise I'm speaking.
They were banning obvious Muslims couldn't come in, as Muslim women were trying to come in.
And you'd think that the Democrats would want to, help the Muslims out because they do kind of suck Saudi's dick, but I guess no aid for Gaza, so fuck them.
Or like that guy who was mocking by saying 18 years old. Remember that guy?
Yeah, 18 years old. Go fuck yourself.
According to a companion report, the U.S. has spent an additional $9.65 to $12.07 billion on military operations in Yemen and the wider region sparked by or in support of the Israeli military operations since October 7, 2023, for a total of $31.35 to $33.77 billion, and counting U.S. spending in 2 years of post-10/7 war.
Oh yeah, and also we should talk about how Van Jones, he fucked up when he was on Bill Maher. He was like, dead baby Gaza, Diddy,
Yeah, Van Jones has fully sold out to the man for money.
I see little old ladies sleeping on the sidewalk in the winter in the cold, and we're doing this. I have to watch little old ladies sleeping on the street in the cold with no socks and no shoes, but we have to pay for this bullshit.
I see plenty of homeless people that I wish I could help, but I know that if I don't watch myself, I'm going to be next. We're all going to be next. We're all going to be homeless, and like I said, the rich want to kill about 90. They want to delete about 90% of us. So that's what 200 and maybe 300,000 or 300 million people that are literally going to be dead. And I'm not talking just in America. I'm talking around the world. I mean, they want a big high average of Americans to be killed, but I mean, but I'm saying that again, you will own nothing, be happy, and eat sea bugs. Hit my thing.
Yeah,
it's coming, guys. I can't.
You will own nothing, be happy, and eat sea bugs.
Right. In 2030, guys, that's the ground zero is going to be 2030.
So this is the president claiming that Israel signed on the first phase of their peace plan, which I think it was 2 weeks ago or last week. I went over 21 points of what the White House wants. So
I am very proud to announce that Israel and Hamas have both signed off on the first phase of our peace plan.
It's going great. It's going great.
It's going great. It's epic.
Good impression.
This means that all of the hostages will be released very soon, and Israel will withdraw their troops to an agreed upon line.
There is no hostages.
As the first step to a strong, durable, and everlasting peace. All parties will be treated fairly. This is a great day for the Arab and Muslim world, Israel, and all surrounding nations. Then the United States of America, we thank the mediators from Qatar, Egypt, and Turkey who worked with us to make this historic and unprecedented event happen. Blessed are the peacemakers. Donald J. Trump, President of the United States.
Yeah. If it's a war, so they say it's a war, but why would they be hostages if it's a war? They'd be POWs because we know that they're
exactly.
Most of them are
there is no hostages.
So pick one. Is it a war or is it not a war?
They're making it up.
Can you stop yelling in your posts, Trump?
Yeah, this Donald J. Trump, President of the United States.
God bless our troops, and God bless you. Oh, fuck.
He gets a boner every time he gets to write that he's president.
Yeah. That's why he keeps writing it.
President of the United States of America.
I actually like to have sex with my husband, so stop that.
Yeah, so let's go back to this post. So let's continue. I already read that. I already read that too. Upside News reported earlier that Hamas and other Palestinian factions have agreed to a framework for Gaza's ceasefire deal. Before his announcement, President Trump said the deal was very close and that he could be traveling to the region this weekend. According to Drop Site, Hamas has agreed to a deal that involved Israeli troops remaining in Gaza after they release all Israeli captives.
Yeah,
Hamas was initially opposed to the deal.
Still ended up killing Palestinians.
Yeah. That didn't include a full Israeli withdrawal along with the release of hostages.
They killed their own hostages. They said, "Oh, it was Arab speaking Hebrew." No, it wasn't.
Yeah. A source told Dropsite that Hamas was now trusting President Trump to guarantee that Israel won't restart its genocidal war. I'm sorry, you don't trust the President Trump or any U.S. president on anything. So this is a mistake, I think. But maybe somehow Trump will come through. No way.
Well, Hamas has to like.
But here's the thing:
they have to look as if they're at least trying to work with him or whatever. So I'm
here's
sure they're under no illusions that like this is serious, but they have to.
You have a better chance of being struck by lightning than that happening.
But here's the thing: Hamas has no choice but to trust the president because that's the only chance they have, to actually survive. So. Trusting Trump's word is a gamble they are taking. If it works, they'll be considered geniuses. If it fails, they'll be considered fools. As simple as that. Israel previously broke a Gaza ceasefire deal that was signed in January and has constantly violated a Lebanon ceasefire that is signed in November 2024. After Trump's announcement, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said he will convene his government on Thursday to approve the agreement and bring our dear hostages home. Al Jazeera reported that the Israeli airstrikes
don't take my lines, little brother.
We're celebrating Trump's ceasefire. Since President Trump called on Israel to immediately stop the bombing in Gaza on October 3rd, Israel's killed more than 100 Palestinians in Gaza. Israel attacks have been less intense over the past 2 days, but they haven't stopped.
Trump literally pulled the cut it out.
Everybody believe me now.
It doesn't end with Gaza too. Like obviously, they're starting fights with everyone around them. When they say river to the sea, that they mean more than Palestine.
But if you say it about Palestine, guess what? You get kicked off of YouTube. You get kicked off of whatever.
Yeah.
XYZ.
Also, Saudi Arabia is committing genocide in Yemen, I believe. So
yes, they are still doing a genocide in Yemen.
This is from yesterday.
No one's talking about that.
No.
Again, we helped during Obama. We helped with that,
and nobody will because Saudis are buying up everything in the U.S.
Everything.
Yeah. So this is from yesterday.
Yeah, we tortured some folks.
U.S. sending 200 troops to Israel to support and monitor ceasefire deal.
So Jesus Christ.
The U.S. is sending about 200 troops to Israel. 200 troops to Israel to support and monitor the Gaza ceasefire deal. The officials said that the U.S. troops are being deployed as part of a team that will include partner nations, NGOs, and other private companies. U.S. Central Command will establish a civil military coordination center that will help ensure the flow of humanitarian aid into Gaza and provide logistical and security support. One of the officials said that no U.S. troops will be sent to Gaza. However, according to a report from Middle East Eye, Egypt has informed the U.S. that it wants U.S. military personnel to be a part of peacekeeping force that is expected to be established by the Gaza ceasefire deal. A second U.S. official told the AP that the U.S. troops have already started arriving in Israel to establish a ceasefire coordination center. Another official said that some of them are coming from CENTCOM, while others are heading to Israel from other parts of the globe. Although the White House press secretary Caroline Leavitt later said the troops were already stationed in the Middle East. Leavitt claimed
some might misread it as Capcom rather than CENTCOM.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. U.S. troops into Israel was not true, but then confirmed the U.S. was sending military personnel to the country. To be clear, up to 200 U.S. personnel already stationed at who were already stationed at CENTCOM will be tasked with monitoring the peace agreement in Israel, and they will work with other international forces on the ground, she wrote on X. The U.S. has already sent at least 100 troops inside Israel to operate the two THAAD missile interceptors that the U.S. had deployed to Israel. The U.S. deployed the first THAAD in 2024 and the second one this year, and the systems fired about 150 interceptors to defend Israel during the 12-day U.S.-Israeli war against Iran, costing about $2 billion. Brown University Cost of War project in a report that the U.S. spent $30 billion and $33 billion supporting Israel since October 7th, a number that includes direct military aid and U.S. military operations launched in support of Israel.
What the fuck is Brown University?
That's where they
it's
take
an Ivy
shit,
League
baby.
Institution. An Ivy League institution.
Baby, go Brown,
there you go.
Okay? Baby got shit. Hey. Are we that boring?
Again, I'm in Los Angeles. I've seen dead people on the streets out here. One week I was taking the subway. I saw 2 different dead guys on 2 separate days. People are just dying on the streets out here. And we've got all this money to give to everyone else. Yeah.
Nobody cares because we're all going to be that person. Okay, it's one big club and we ain't in it. And the rich do not want poor people around. They think we're cockroaches. They literally want us to delete. They don't want us. I'm sorry you have to see that, but I mean, no one cares about those people. And there should be careful.
I don't know censorship words. Delete, unalive. I got to remember we got to self-censor.
Yeah, well, it's YouTube. I think Kit Cabello. Sorry, Kit. Kit Cabello started this where he
English.
Want to. I know. Speak it, damn it.
Oops, that's not that one.
Remember?
Do you speak it?
Remember when Bully Ray was like English?
Yeah, English. Okay. So
what about Kit?
I wanted to say real quickly. Unfortunately, this is how life is going to be, where we're all going to be homeless. You're going to own nothing, be happy, and eat sea bugs. You will have your life rented back to you. You will have a digital ID that everyone will have, and they will tell you how much meat you can have. And it's not a world I want to live in, but if I have to be fucking homeless so that I don't have to, live in a world with a digital ID, fuck it.
You will eat the bugs.
I will see you guys all wherever we may end up.
You will eat the bugs. You will suck the dick.
Yeah. Post October 7th. Post October, this is from the Libertarian Institute. Post October 7th discussion. So Israeli government was uninterested in saving hostages. Following Hamas's kidnapping of 250 Israelis during the October 7, 2023 attack, the Israeli government did not make saving lives of the hostages a priority. The reason why that is because they wanted to use them to justify their war in Gaza. Internal communication with upper levels of the Israeli government in the aftermath of the Hamas assault were released by Channel 12, Israel. Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich, that piece of shit, urged the government to ignore the hostages.
There's also a problem
Defense Minister.
If they do get them back, there's the problem of some of these people they've gotten back, and then they run their mouths and say, actually, Hamas treated us well, and Israel was trying to bomb us, and they were protecting us from Israel. So, that's the other problem is, if they get these hostages back, how many of them are going to, not, run their mouths or not run their mouths about what happened?
Or how many is Israel going to shoot? Because remember, I said, they shot their own hostages. They said, well, they were Arab speaking Hebrew. I went, no, they weren't. They were your own, you dumb motherfuckers.
One of them was a redhead, white guy,
Yeah, a redhead white guy, and he's like, and he's like, oh, he's speaking. We had to delete him anyway because but this has nothing to do with hostages. They don't give a fuck about their hostages, and they're going to shut them up or they're going to delete them, so that they don't come over and say, well, Hamas was actually kind of nice to us.
Then Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant, another piece of shit, argued that Israel should not negotiate for the release of the hostages and that rescuing the captives should not be a goal. We are proposing a plan of action. Here are the components. Stabilizing of defense, close the border, denial of military and government capabilities for Hamas, and changing defense agreements, creating deterrence. They have made a mistake, he added. Our response won't be proportional either. Hostages, not among our objective, but they center and guide us. The International Criminal Court has issued arrest warrants for Galan and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu for crimes committed in Gaza.
Please do it already, please.
In fact, the ICC has no arrest powers, so they can't. So Vladimir Putin has a warrant. Netanyahu, I think W does too. There's plenty of world leaders that do, but they can't do anything. It's a meaningless virtue signal.
That prince for Saudi Arabia, I don't remember his name.
Oh, Mohammed bin Salman. Yeah, he has one too. I think.
On that list too.
Yeah. I don't know if he has a warrant, but I'm really surprised if he did.
We have the Hague Invasion Act, so in case any of our war criminals get arrested, we can invade.
That's a good point. That's a good point. In fact, if any U.S. citizen is ever arrested by ICC, they can invade the Hague. The U.S. military can legally invade the Hague to get him out. So, because we passed a law years ago, just to tell the ICC, don't you dare arrest any Americans, because we will go in there, we'll murder you, and get our military member back. The belief in Israel that it cannot prioritize the hostages is a legacy of the Second Lebanon War. Then Israel tried to free the captive soldiers and failed. Tel Aviv made a deal with Hezbollah to release the captives. Then IDF Chief of Staff Herzi Halavi argued not to attach the hostages and missing to the war's objectives. That needs to be our lesson from the Second Lebanon War. However, after 2 years of failing to free the Israeli hostages, on Wednesday, Tel Aviv agreed to a prisoner exchange with Hamas. Hamas has agreed to free the 48 remaining captives in exchange for Israel releasing 250 lifetime prisoners and 1,700 Palestinians who were detained over the past 2 years. So we'll see if this is going to happen, but I'm not holding my breath that Israel is actually going to go through with anything because of their history, and also the U.S.'s history too of not going through not following through on anything.
And Israel's already lost the propaganda war. It's done. So they have no reason to really try to do anything to rescue their image at this point. It's done. Their image is done.
I mean, remember they lost Pierce Morgan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you condemn Hamas?
Mm-hmm.
That's stupid bullshit.
So now
you
Yemen.
got Axl Rose going out there with the Palestinian flag now.
Yeah.
You mean
now
Dave Axelrod? Oh my God. Every time Mike McCray does that, I'm like, damn, that sounds like a gay Dave Axelrod.
David Axelrod.
Oh, Sean makes a good point here in the chat. They wouldn't do that for a regular
sounded like
citizen.
David Axelrod there.
What is the show? What is the show name? Well, like he named the show like the Rod. Oh, fuck, what was it called?
Oh,
the Axe Files.
The Axe Files, yeah.
The Axe Files with David Axelrod.
Now the Yemeni Houthis to monitor Israeli compliance with Gaza ceasefire deal. Yemeni attacks will stop if Israel implements the deal. Abdul Malik al-Houthi, the leader of Yemen's Esnar Allah, said on Thursday that the Yemen will be monitoring Israel's compliance with the Gaza ceasefire deal, warning Yemeni support for the Palestinians in Gaza will continue if the deal isn't implemented. We must be at the highest levels of caution and readiness and continue the massive popular momentum with the Palestinian people until we determine whether the agreement will be achieved or whether we will continue our past support and assistance to the Palestinian people, unquote. Al-Houthi said, according to Yemen's SABA news agency, or Saba news agency. We will remain vigilant, prepared, and monitor the progress of the agreement. It will lead to the end of the aggression on the Gaza Strip and the entry of aid, food, medicine, and humanitarian needs to the Palestinian people. While the Americans and Israelis stop the genocide against the Palestinian people and commit to the ceasefire, this is what we hope for. Don't hold your breath. And it's our goal in support of the operations in confronting the attack on the Palestinian people and our nation in general, unquote. Esnar Allah, commonly known as the Houthis, have maintained that its attacks on Israel and the blockade of Israeli-linked shipping in the Red Sea would end if there's a ceasefire in Gaza, and an end to the Israeli blockade on aid entering the Palestinian territory. The Houthis halted their attacks back when a ceasefire deal was signed in January 2025.
Hi, Mason.
Let's see. Yeah, hi. I can't see the chat because it's glitched, but I'm looking on the YouTube chat.
Yeah.
After Israel violated the ceasefire deal in March by imposing a total blockade on Gaza, al-Houthi announced that Yemen would restart its blockade on Israel shipping. In response to that announcement, the U.S. began a very heavy bombing campaign targeting Yemen, known as Operation Rot Rider, which it lasted from March 15th to May 6th, killing over 250 civilians. While the Trump administration framed the bombing campaign as necessary to protect American ships, the Houthis were not attacking U.S. vessels before it started. It ended with an agreement that the Houthis wouldn't target U.S. ships if the U.S. stopped bombing Yemen. The Trump administration gave up on trying to get Ansar Allah to stop its attacks on Israel.
So isn't it really sad that we have Marjorie Taylor Greene, who's been speaking up on Israel and Palestine way more than Bernie Sanders and AOC have? You know?
Yes, but she is no friend.
I'm not saying she's an angel now. I'm just saying that.
All right. I was going to say, because she's not one to... she just does whatever the people tell her to do. Yeah, I mean, it's really become wrestling, baby faces and heels, and she's a baby face. They've turned her baby face.
But still, the fact that Bernie and AOC still won't say shit, I mean, that's very...
Yeah, they're now the heels.
They're Zionists.
Now the heels.
Yep.
Well.
Yeah, for some reason she's allowed to say some good things for now. I don't know why that is.
No, not Axl Rose. David Axelrod.
Axelrod. No, and he's not supporting Palestinians. No. He's all pro-Israel. He's a Zionist.
All right, let's get to this, and then I'll move on.
I'd like to hear him do Guns N' Roses, though.
Welcome to the jungle. That's Axelrod. We've got fun and games.
It's kind of a Trump impression. I don't know.
Yeah, it's more like a Trump impression.
I can do like 3 impersonations.
They're a great band.
So this is
I love
it. Sweet child of mine.
This is the full text of the agreement signed by Israel and Hamas to end the war.
What?
Oh,
okay.
So yeah, this is the text to it. The document, blah blah blah. Where's the actual text though?
Alex Rose.
That's what I was reacting to.
The IDF will not return to the areas that it's withdrawn from as long as Hamas fully implements the agreement. In the fifth step, which will take place 72-8, where's the actual? Here it is. President Trump announces the end of the war in Gaza Strip, and the parties have agreed to implement necessary steps to that end. The war will end immediately among the approval of the Israeli government, and all military operations, including aerial and artillery bombardment and the targeting of operations, will be suspended. During the 72-hour period, aerial surveillance will be suspended over areas which the IDF forces have withdrawn from. Immediate commencement of full entry of humanitarian aid and relief as determined in the proposal, at a minimum inconsistent with the January 19, 2015 agreements regarding humanitarian aid. Humanitarian aid and relief implementation steps are attached herewith. The IDF will withdraw to the lines agreed upon, and this would be completed after President Trump's announcement within 24 hours of the Israeli government's approval. The IDF will not return to areas they've withdrawn from as long as Hamas fully implements the agreement. Within 72 hours of the withdrawal, Israeli forces, all Israeli hostages living and deceased held in Gaza will be released. As soon as the IDF completes the withdrawal,
how are you
Hamas
gonna
will
release
commence
the dead hostages?
Now, I guess they're holding the bodies still.
Easy. You
Hamas
just
will commence.
kind of like set them on fire. Oh, you want your dead body? Here it is.
Hamas will commence investigating the status of the hostages and collect all information pertaining to them. Hamas will provide feedback on its findings through the information sharing mechanism under 5.e. Israel will provide information on the Palestinian prisoners and detainees from the Gaza Strip held in Israel. Within 72 hours, Hamas will release all living hostages, including those held by the Palestinian factions in Gaza. Within 72 hours, Hamas will release the remaining of deceased hostages in its possession and those in the possession of the Palestinian factions across Gaza. Hamas will share within 72 hours all the information it obtained by relating to any remaining deceased hostages through the information sharing mechanism in paragraph E. Israel will provide information on the remains of deceased Gazans held by Israel. Establishment of information sharing mechanism between the two sides through the mediators and the ICRC to exchange information and intelligence on any remaining deceased hostages were not retrieved within 72 hours, or remains of Gazans held by Israel. The mechanism shall ensure that the remains of all the hostages are fully and safely exhumed and released. Hamas shall exert maximum pressure to ensure fulfillment of these commitments as soon as possible. Hamas releases all the hostages. Israel will release in parallel to corresponding number of Palestinian prisoners as per attached list. The exchange of the hostages and prisoners will be done according to the mechanism agreed upon through the mediators to the ICRC without any public ceremonies or media coverage. The task force will be formed of representatives from the United States, Qatar, Egypt, Turkey, and other countries agreed upon by the parties to follow up on the implementation with the two sides and coordinate with them. We'll see if Israel honors this deal, but I'm not going to hold my breath. So there you go. That's the deal that Israel and Hamas agreed to. We'll see whether they honor the deal. I'm not holding my breath, as I said before. So
no, I'll predict right now it's not going to happen.
No.
And I will also predict that they're not going to turn this into the resort that, like, they're not going to turn Gaza into Trump's resort or whatever. What's going to happen is there's going to be people resisting actively for the next decade or more, popping up out of spider holes and resisting. Because they're not getting rid of the militants. They're just killing civilians.
Yeah. So
I don't even want to call them militants. Whatever you want to call them.
Yeah. So now the Defense Department says strike on cartels could happen inside Venezuela. So now they're seriously considering attacks on mainland Venezuela. This is from yesterday.
This would not.
As the U.S. is engaging,
even if they were drug dealers, even if it was drug dealers, this would not be legal.
Oh, that's true. I mean, it's not legal, but that doesn't stop them.
As the U.S. is engaging in large military buildup in the Caribbean, there are a growing number of statements from U.S. officials suggesting that a bombing campaign inside Venezuela could begin soon. Starting in September, the U.S. began conducting strikes against alleged boats operated by Latin American drug cartels in international waters. Defense officials told The Atlantic that these operations could soon expand to inside Venezuelan territory. The campaign could extend inside Venezuelan territory waters or include drone strikes inside its land borders. The State Department has designated about a dozen Latin American cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. President Donald Trump says the U.S. is in an armed conflict with narco-terrorist cartels, which is a word he made up, and authorized the Department of War to conduct lethal strikes. So far, at least 21 people have been extrajudicially executed during Trump's unconstitutional bombing campaign. There is growing concern that the strikes against cartels will expand beyond the gangs to Venezuelan government. President Donald Trump and Secretary of State Marco Rubio have claimed Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro is the leader of a designated narco-terrorist cartel, which did not present a shred of evidence.
Little
We talked about the cartel de Soles, which is allegedly Maduro's leading it, which is no evidence for it.
Yeah, remember when you tried Juan Guaido? How did that work out?
Yeah, how did that work out? No one even knew who the fuck that was. They were like, who the fuck is Juan Guaido?
It's a great video when he got his ass kicked out of that restaurant.
Yeah. Oh my god. I was laughing my ass off.
Yeah. Very presidential looking.
Yes.
The Atlantic notes that there are problems with the Trump administration's allegations. The White House lacks evidence for the claim that Maduro is the leader of a cartel, and only about a small amount of drugs in the U.S. are trafficked through Venezuela.
And the White House account on X is now saying that Trump's the peace president.
Just say the truth. The truth is they want the oil. We're taking the oil. We're keeping the oil safe.
That's what John Bolton said.
Yeah.
You said it about fucking Iraq. We're keeping the oil. We're keeping the oil.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that Jimmy Dore clip.
Yes.
The papers like.
Yeah. Stop! Cut his mic! Cut it!
He was supposed to be the anti-establishment guy. They're MAGA's all like, "Oh, he's anti-establishment." What do we get? We get drug war again. Oh, drug war, great.
Yeah.
And it's expanded. Nixon never bombed sovereign countries over the drug war. Trump is.
But it doesn't matter. The drugs doesn't matter. That's just that's just a play that they always. Well, it's because of the drugs. We have to stop the cartels. You put the cartels in business.
And in recent years, there's been a move on the right to like pretend like they're not, reefer madness lunatics and like, oh, we're libertarian, drugs, we're like not against drugs or whatever. And then he starts this like supposed drug war, and now they're all on board.
Yep.
It's just team sports. It's whatever. They'll turn on a dime. A lot of these people will just turn on a dime.
They got to suck that dick, and you got to suck it good for your team.
We're probably going to see a lot of drug wars in GTA 6.
Yeah, but that's, a video game, but it's a video game that is based off of no reality. Because they're not fighting a drug war. This is not about drugs. This is all about oil in Venezuela. The only reason why they want to take the cartels out in Mexico, again, they don't give a fuck about the cartels. They are helping the cartels. They want what Mexico has.
Yeah, we know the CIA is involved in all the drug trades.
Remember when Pete Buttigieg wanted to deploy troops in Mexico?
Oh, you mean butt plug?
Yeah.
Butt plug.
Yeah.
That's what my dad calls him.
Pete Buttigieg.
I feel bad for his husband because he sucked a lot of dick, and his husband probably got none of that.
He's judging booties. It makes sense.
And now he's trying and now he has a beard as if he thinks he's cool now,
I judge booties. Sucking a lot of dick.
Last week, Trump ended all negotiations in Venezuela. On Wednesday, Politico reported the persons familiar with the Trump administration said there's now a coherent whole of government strategy to eliminate the cartel de Soles and its leader. There's no evidence this cartel even exists, but whatever.
Or
do what you got to do to get that oil in Venezuela, huh?
Did it ever exist? Wasn't that like a bullshit thing to begin with?
Yeah, I mean,
it's made up. The cartel's made up.
They're literally saying anything and hoping it sticks right now because I'm telling you, it's all bullshit and it's bad for you.
Anything to distract from the Epstein files.
That's right. That's absolutely correct. Yes, because no one in Hollywood, no one in Washington wants those files released. Jeffrey Epstein, Jeff Bezos is what I meant to say. Jeff Bezos, Soros, Elon Musk. Do not let him fool you. He is on the Epstein files. Trust me.
Oh, yeah. And I think Trump just said that he's thinking about pardoning, what's her name?
Maxwell.
Maxwell. Yeah. That was always the plan. Yeah. That was always the plan. Unless she becomes like a squealing pig, and start singing like a bird.
Mm-hmm.
She said I did nothing wrong. She said I did nothing inappropriate. I applaud her honesty.
At Chelsea Clinton's wedding, or
yeah.
Yeah, she was.
It's a big club.
Now, Russia is now saying momentum towards Ukraine peace deal has been largely exhausted. Russian officials also reiterated their warnings against the U.S. providing Ukraine with Tomahawk missiles. Russian Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Ragarov said on Wednesday that the momentum towards a peace deal in Ukraine following August 15 summit between Presidents Trump and Putin has largely been exhausted as the two sides remain very far apart in the conditions to end the war. Unfortunately, it must be acknowledged that the
war will
powerful
never end. That proxy war will never
Anchorage
will never end.
No, of Anchorage in favor of agreements have been largely exhausted by the efforts of opponents and the efforts of supporters of the war to the last Ukrainian among Europeans. This is a result of a destructive.
Like to Zelensky, you don't have the cards. You don't have the cards, or whatever.
And then he gave him. And then he gave him most of what he wanted anyway.
And then he sucked his dick anyway. I mean, come on. This proxy war is never going to end.
Yep. This is a result of destructive activity primarily by Europeans, which we speak about openly and directly. In the wake of the Alaska summit, the U.S.-European allies continue to push for deployment of European troops into Ukraine as a part of a potential future detail. An arrangement Russia has made clear would be a non-starter. No shit, you don't want European troops in Ukraine right next to your border. That's a huge mistake. That'd be a terrible, terrible idea for Putin. President Trump has also expressed support for the European deployment, making the chances of a deal unlikely. As the weeks went on, Trump appeared to adopt a maximalist position on the war, saying in a post on Truth Social he believes Ukraine, with support from Europe, could win the war and take back all territory Russia has captured. Total bullshit.
Happen.
There's no chance of that happening.
He includes Crimea in that. He's including Crimea in that. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, there's no. The Russians already taken Crimea.
They've
over
taken
10
the
years
whole.
ago,
They've
so
taken the whole eastern side of Ukraine,
eastern part
for like the whole time. Within the first couple months, well,
and that's the only part they wanted because that's the part that the Ukrainians were bombing because these were people who were Ukrainians, but they wanted to be a part of Russia, and they were like, "No, you can't do that. I'll just bomb you, bomb." You know, and they were killing innocent people.
Because of
it still pisses me off that RT America got cut off.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love Jesse Ventura's show.
It was a great channel when it was on. They employed a lot of people in the space at one point, so they were appear on RT America all the time. Now that's gone. As weeks went on, Trump appeared.
Go ahead. Putin is a better singer.
I already read that.
Putin is a better singer than Malay, by the way.
Bam.
Now administration considering providing Ukraine with Tomahawk missiles, which will mark a significant escalation in the proxy war since they have a range over 1,000 miles. Russian officials have been warning strongly against the U.S. supplying Ukraine with Tomahawks, a warning Rabarov repeated on Wednesday, saying it would be a serious shift in the situation, and said he hoped those urging Washington towards a move realize the depth and gravity of the situation. Russian Foreign Ministry spokesperson Maria Zakharova also warned against the provision of the Tomahawk, saying that it would have a detrimental effect on U.S.-Russian relations, echoing recent comments from Putin. A corresponding decision by the U.S. administration, if made, will not just send the confrontation to a downward spiral, but also do irreparable damage between Russia and U.S. relations, which had just begun to display certain elements indicating the resumption of a bilateral dialogue. It's unclear if arming Ukraine with Tomahawks is a realistic option for the U.S., since the missiles are designed to be fired out of U.S. warships, and only in recent years have developed a ground-launched mobile version of Tomahawk launcher. Such weapon systems are prohibited by the Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces Treaty, which the U.S. withdrew from in 2019, under Trump, by the way. The Wall Street Journal reported last week that the U.S. was also considering arming Ukraine with other types of missiles that have range around 500 miles, including Barracudas, air-launched missiles produced by Anduril. And the report also stated that President Trump has signed off on the Pentagon providing Ukraine with intelligence for long-range missile strikes inside Russia. So they're escalating this war further as well. When Trump promised to end the war in 24 hours if he was,
I was joking
which
about
was a
that.
lie.
I was clearly being sarcastic and joking. That was a joke.
Mhm.
It's very funny. You didn't get it. Obviously, you didn't get it.
I just want people to stop dying. That's what.
Yeah, my ass
Yep.
cheeks. My ass cheeks. He wanted
Yeah.
people to stop dying. No, he just wanted to kill himself.
That was the cope. Do you remember they were saying it was a joke when he didn't end it within 24 hours? He was kidding. All the magazines. He was joking. Obviously, it was a joke. Isn't that hilarious? No,
it wasn't fucking hilarious because it didn't happen.
It wasn't a joke.
It wasn't a joke. He was
yeah.
being serious, but then he wasn't being serious.
He was seriously lying.
Yeah, he was seriously lying. Exactly. See, that's the problem. Like, they don't understand. This is all a script that these rich people are literally giving to him. This is what's going to happen. You will own nothing, be happy, and eat bugs, and the rich will keep on being pedophiles. There's nothing else to say. That's it.
I honestly think that if people knew what left and right meant, I think a lot more people are left than realize it. I think a lot of left-leaning people are like the ghosts in The Sixth Sense. They're left and they don't even know they're left. Like that ghost didn't know they were a ghost. Oh,
yeah,
spoilers.
they didn't know they were dead, basically.
Hey Trump, how about you expel NATO? Period. How about NATO?
Yeah. Trump floats expelling Spain from NATO. Why? Because they support a Palestinian state.
Because they didn't go with Bibi. They didn't like my boyfriend. I sucked the dick of Bibi. Fuck you, Trump.
Yep. U.S. President Donald Trump has suggested Spain could be expelled from NATO over its resistance to meeting the alliance's new defense spending target of 5%. Or as Kit Capella would say,
boogie, boogie, boogie.
Oh, boogie, 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 boogie.
Yeah. And speaking at a joint press conference in Washington, alongside Finnish President Alexander Stubb, seen as having entered Trump's circle of trust. The U.S. president said Spain was one laggard among 32 nations. The country had no excuse for not raising defense spending, he said. Maybe we should throw him out of NATO, quite frankly. In the first term in the White House, Trump made similar comments about withdrawing from NATO protection from countries he considered to be spending too little on defense. For example, Norway and Iceland.
And then he lied.
In June's summit. Yeah, of course he didn't take away that funding.
NATO exists.
NATO leaders
exists to fuck with the Soviet Union. They're not around anymore. NATO's reason for existing ended.
But they still don't. But they want to fuck with everybody else. So
Yeah. NATO agreed to boost defense spending at 5% of GDP, divided into 3.5% for core military needs, including personnel and weapons, and 1.5% for defense-related expenditures, such as infrastructure. Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez, however, has said that Madrid will raise its defense budget to only 2.1% of GDP. It currently spends 2%, and claims an exemption from the target. Sanchez also believes that Spain faces different threats from other European countries. Our threat is not with Russia bringing its troops across the Pyrenees, he said in March. Pyrenees, thank you, while pushing back on the need to boost defense spending. Trump is not alone in doubting Spain's commitment to European defense. In an exclusive interview with Euractiv, the new U.S. ambassador to the EU, Andrew Pointsner, said Trump was very pleased with Europe's commitment to defense, but acknowledged regional differences.
Very pleased.
Yep. You have the Eastern nations who are very, very concerned about Russia. And as you get further west and south, they become a little less concerned, Pointsner said. Adding that he expects the U.S. to continue to support NATO. In Thursday's press conference, Trump seemed to reinforce that. Yeah. Asked by a reporter if he would defend Finland in case of Russian attack, which is not going to happen. Trump replied, "Yes, I would. They're a member of NATO," adding that he would do so vigorously. NATO's ambassadors are set to meet in Brussels on the 15th of October to review the progress in the spending pledges, with U.S. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth expected to push for faster compliance. So there you go. Spain is on the outs with Trump.
I bet he's pissed at Italy now too. You see what Italy's doing. Well, it's the people. Yeah. It's the people of Italy, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Angel. Just to update you right now, the Mariners are beating the Tigers right now 1-0. Still early.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So we go Mariners now.
No, I was just.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't think so.
It's sports entertainment, guys. Sports entertainment. Entertainment.
Well, WWE's try not to be sports entertainment anymore.
I don't trust that as far as I can throw my car.
Yeah. So let's get to. We got time for one more, I think. This is U.S. Navy cruiser escort special operations ship off Venezuela. Trump administration wraps up pressure.
Audio version there.
Yeah, dude, just let the audio. Save your voice. Save your voice.
Yeah. All right.
U.S. Navy cruiser escorts special operations ship off Venezuela. As the Trump administration ramps up pressure on the regime of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, open-source marine traffic watchers have been closely following the movements of a shadowy special operations ship in the Caribbean. The vessel was once known as the Cragside, a utilitarian freight ferry built for the EU market, and was converted for use by U.S. military Sealift Command in the mid-2010s. With the addition of a large helideck, accommodations, boat launch davits and security gear, the ordinary-looking merchant ship was transformed into a forward sea base for use by U.S. Special Forces. Renamed Ocean Trader, it never transmits an AIS signal, wears a plain white livery, and bears no name or flag state on the stern. Last month the vessel was spotted navigating off St. Kitts by open-source researcher Mount Anderson, adding to evidence of an increasing Special Forces presence in the region. Pentagon sources later confirmed the vessel's presence to task and purpose. On October 4, high-resolution satellite imaging from ESA, and analyzed by Mount Anderson, captured a Ticonderoga-class cruiser, likely USS Lake Erie, operating alongside Ocean Trader off the coast of Trinidad and Tobago. Given their close range a few nautical miles apart, it appears as though the Lake Erie was tasked with providing protection for Ocean Trader's operations. The cruiser is a high-end asset for long-range air defense missions. This was not a fleeting rendezvous. The sustained, synchronized presence of a high-power Aegis cruiser and the Special Ops mothership, just 126 kilometers from the Venezuelan coast, indicates a dedicated operational window for covert activity and/or intelligence gathering, commented Mount Anderson. Recently, a group of 4 of the small MH-6 helicopters preferred by Special Operations raiders were also spotted off Trinidad and Tobago, courtesy of multiple open-source monitoring accounts. At its closest point, Trinidad is less than 10 nautical miles from Venezuelan shores. U.S. Navy P-8A Poseidon maritime patrol aircraft, a sophisticated surveillance platform, have also been reported in the area. On the ground in Venezuela, Defense Minister Vladimir Padrino Lopez has warned that the nation's troops have to be prepared to counter an American attack. Evidence of mobilization is filtering through on social media, like the deployment of mobile air defense systems and preparation of concrete hedgehogs for closing down roads. While it is unknown whether the confrontation will escalate, U.S. forces have already destroyed 4 suspected smuggling boats departing Venezuela since the start of the military buildup. The White House recently notified Congress that it is engaged in non-international armed conflict with unlawful combatants in the Caribbean, alleging that narco-terrorists pose a national security threat. This really looks, walks and talks like a regime change preparation, former National Security Council Senior Director Juan S. Gonzalez told CNN Wednesday.
Give me some of the pain and let me die.
Happy birthday to Driving Me Macy. I hope you have great plans, and I know you don't want to go to the restaurant, but I would pull your ears, but I can't reach you.
This whole drug war thing, like, we need to grow the hell up. There's more important things. Like, we should get our shit together. Like, if someone wants to do drugs, I don't give a shit. Like,
yeah, I mean, it's like, you are putting that shit in your own body, so I don't give a fuck. It's your body, not mine. It's not like you're forcing me to do it.
It's a victimless crime. Meanwhile, we've got actual crimes going on out there, like messing with kids,
like pedophiles. Yes, rich pedophiles.
Yeah, why can't we take care of that?
In the streets.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Mark Sanchez just got into trouble recently.
I do drugs all the time. I don't fuck with kids though.
Yeah, well, I don't do drugs, but I certainly don't mess with my son. I love my son unconditionally, but that doesn't mean I don't, diddle him. I don't do that. I'm a good mom,
I diddle the kids.
It
he did drugs too. There's all kinds of stories about Trump going to the coke parties in the 80s and stuff.
Oh,
Like he claims he's never done drugs. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
They're all
of course.
doing drugs.
Oh, remember?
I mean, rich people on Wall Street are doing coke off of hookers' asses. I mean,
They have
come on.
good coke. We can't get good coke anymore.
Oh, remember Biden? And I love kids sitting on my lap.
Yeah, that was gross and disgusting.
If
If you trust your child with Joe Biden, you are fucking messed up in the head.
I don't
You shouldn't
understand
even
why
have kids.
you see these parents like hand off their kids to politicians for like for the photos and stuff, and I'll go kiss my baby. No, don't hand your kids over to Joe Biden or any of these
You
people.
are fucked
God,
up
what are
in
you doing?
the head. You should not have kids. If that's what you do, you shouldn't have kids.
Or like that.
You remember he bit the kid? He like bit the kid's cheek.
Or like that.
Joe Biden like took a bite of the kid's cheek.
Remember
is this?
what the Dalai Lama did?
Yeah, like lick my tongue or something.
Yeah. Stop.
He tried to get the kid to lick his tongue.
Okay, we know you're pedophiles. We get it.
Or
Alex,
like
what were you
that
saying?
political comedy movie where that politician punched the baby.
So, anyways, London's 34 billion pound pension fund complicit in Israeli genocide.
Oops.
So even the pension funds of London, is
of course
complicit. London's 34 billion pound, $45 billion pension fund has 7 billion pounds invested in companies enabling Israel's human rights abuses.
Hey, Piers Morgan condemned that.
Yeah, let's see. I would hold my breath. The report by Shake the CIV London-wide divestment campaign was published on Thursday and examines a London collective investment vehicle, the investment pool for London-based local government pension schemes. The pool is owned by the City of London and all 32 London boroughs. More than a fifth of LC's portfolio, over £7 billion, is invested in companies enabling Israel's violation of Palestinian human rights. CIV manages the pensions of approximately 700,000 Londoners. It sold its Israeli government bonds for £6.7 billion last year. It has recently said it's assessing its investment in 12 companies, which is not named. The report says it currently invests almost £1 billion in arm manufacturers, including
No, we
$10
do
billion.
not want to sign up with the Jerusalem Dispatch newsletter or whatever it is.
In Israel's our largest arms manufacturer, AITA Systems, and £22.8 million in British arm companies BAE Systems. The LCIV also invests $5.2 billion or pounds in technology firms the report accuses of enabling Israel's surveillance and control of Palestinians, with over £2.5 billion invested in Microsoft. Last month, Microsoft announced it would end its long-standing relationship with Israel Unit 8200, a surveillance agency accused of spying on Palestinians and storing the data of Microsoft's Azure cloud platform.
Yeah, fuck you,
the LCIV. Yeah, Microsoft is deeply involved in Israel. So is Google.
Bill Gates is a pedophile.
Yeah, Bill Gates went to the island.
That's why I don't.
He definitely did.
I literally do not use OneDrive. I don't put any pictures of my son up on OneDrive. No. Fuck you. Fuck you, Bill Gates.
I don't use OneDrive. The LCIV said that £6.5 billion of the £7 billion cited by the report are passive strategies and managed by third-party fund managers, not under London CIV management. It is entirely outside the pool's control in terms of any investment decisions. So, of course, the City of London is saying, "Oh no, most of that money is managed by third parties. We don't have nothing to do with that."
We need another London calling.
Yeah. The report urges the LCIV to immediately and completely and permanently divest from all companies complicit in Israel's genocide and apartheid against Palestinians. It says that if London councillors representing the city's 32 boroughs had the collective political will, they would make the LCIV divest from genocide. They won't. They don't, by the way. Councillor Liam Sharavista, who sits on Lucian's council pension committee, said at stake are not only the lives of millions of human beings, but also local authorities' right to make democratic decisions about financial matters. In the 80s, many London councils made history by cutting financial ties with apartheid South Africa, and recently may have divested from fossil fuels. Genocide is the crime of all crimes. We have to do whatever we can to stop it. There you go. Even London pensions are all invested in companies that are contributing to the genocide.
It used to be the crime of all crimes. Now people act like it's not.
No.
There was no genocide.
Hell, the Saudis. We talked about it earlier, but the Saudis are doing the genocide in Yemen, and none of us care. Very few of us actually care.
Well, we care, but there's nothing you can do about it. Because we'll be deleted.
Bill,
too.
Saudis.
Bill Burr doesn't care either.
No, the Saudis set up the Canelo and Howard fight. Hey, the Saudis paid $200 million for WrestleMania in 2027. Hey, the Saudis started Live Golf.
Yeah,
hey,
so
the
now
Saudis,
we can suck the
bought
Saudi
into
dick.
EA.
And Bill Burr, Hussein still said like, "Hey, it's Saudi. They have a Starbucks and a KFC and a Chili's and a McDonald's." Like
he said like, "Oh well, one of the comics that was there made a gay joke about like a couple of the officials were walking away to go to the bathroom." He said something about, "Oh, they're gonna go to a grinder or whatever," and that's supposed to be like the big subversive like you joke like, "Oh, why not our kind of thing or whatever." Like, "Oh no, we weren't just like there to take their money and."
Gotta suck that Saudi dick.
Like,
dun,
yeah,
dun, 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 dun.
That anti-establishment veneer is gone for Bill Burr. He's not gonna get to pretend like he's an anti-establishment guy now.
He's done.
No.
Same with all the others.
Yeah,
including Whitney Cummings, who also participated in there.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is, but that's a funny last name.
Yeah,
Cummings.
Yeah, she's not very good. If you go to YouTube and search her up, there's a trailer for one of her shows. It's like a minute long. It's really, really bad. It's like really cringy.
Wow.
We bullied Amy Schumer off of Twitter. That was good.
Yeah,
she disappeared.
Well, I like to see how your hair would fare in a blizzard. Remember when she said that a bunch of times?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You don't remember that, Bill?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah. She said that a bunch of times during her campaign when she was running.
Yeah. So there you go. So that's Angel in the Afternoon this week. I mean, any final thoughts before I wrap up?
Yeah, everybody suck a dick.
Suck it, dick. Angel, I sent you a private if you wanted to play us out. I sent you a private thing. I'm Bill Villain of Titan Skull. You can check out Titan Skull, available on digital platforms and streaming.
I'm
a metal singer from Los
coming
Angeles.
up. So if you guys are interested, I know we'll probably talk about this more tomorrow, but I put a new tarot card reading up. If you are interested in that, check that out. Also, I have a new episode coming out on Sunday for Nobody Beats Kurt Hennig. Nobody. Again, we'll talk about more about that. I do have some irons in the fire for Samhain. If you would like to learn more about Wicca and paganism, catch my Whispers of the Craft. You can look that up on YouTube and Rumble, Whispers of the Craft. I don't know if I will get Sonia Smith on. I might be getting her back on to do a seance like we did last year, or she may have something else she would like to do.
My birthday is Witch's Sabbath, Walpurgisnacht.
Really?
Yes, I was born on the Witch's Sabbath.
Okay.
Is this like a metal song?
Oh, that looks cool. I love skulls, y'all. So that's awesome, Bill.
Yeah, we're a heavy metal band in Los Angeles, and we're working on album number 2.
Yeah. All right, here you go.
I'm also on Twitter. Angel, you're muted. I'm on Twitter. We're all on Twitter. If you want to come on Twitter, talk shit. Talk shit on Twitter. Hit like on your way out.
Yeah.
Hit like on your way out, and remember,
this Saturday,
metalheads, suck a dick.
Suck a dick.
Yeah, this Saturday's Pro Wrestling Talk at 8. We'll be reviewing the pay-per-view that happens tomorrow morning.
Yes.
I forget what it's called right now. And
Crown Jewel.
We'll be doing
9 Eastern will be going on.
Crown Jewel.
Okay. Yeah, Crown Jewel.
Perth. In Australia.
Perth. Yeah, so this is Bill's his band's new song. I'm gonna play us out. You guys can leave. You guys can leave if you want, but I'll play this out and then I'll wrap and then I'll click the end.
Thanks for having me, guys.
So
yeah,
no problem. Thank you for watching. See you guys next week.
Thanks for hanging out.
There you go. I muted myself again. So check out Bill's band Titan Skull. They're on YouTube. I put the link in the chat. You guys are interested in check that all out. I want to thank everybody for watching. I can't really speak English today, so I get that.
Motherfucker, do you speak it?
All right. So I want to thank everybody for watching.
Again,
Make sure you
talk tomorrow at 8 Eastern, right?
Yeah, Pro Wrestling Talks 8 Eastern.
Yeah, tomorrow.
We'll
8.
be
I'm trying to get Snow on. I did talk to him. He said he was going to check his schedule, so we are going to have Snow Himbo on.
He has a rash, I hear. I heard he's got a really bad
rash. No, that's Crab.
Oh, rash.
It might be the same rash.
No, Earl. I played Bill's song to wrap up, but yeah, I mean we're gonna go
some
now. So,
death or black vocals.
Well, I asked him, and Bill, you said you are the vocals, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm the main vocals.
Yeah, his band is called Titanfall. Please like and subscribe because I like that. I like the song. Fend for yourself. Yeah. The song is called.
We have a full album.
Yeah, the song is called "Fend for Yourself" on YouTube. I'm sure there's other. You guys have other stuff here.
And don't forget to download the Clips Angel.
Right. I will. All right. So I want to thank everybody for watching. Hold on. You know what? Let me just put it in the chat before we go.
Oh, yeah. And hopefully we'll do a GTA 6 episode soon.
Oh, and Angel, I won't be watching that live because I can't. I'll be sleeping at 8 o'clock. I get up at 8:30 and I have to go to work. So.
Okay. That's fine. I mean, we'll figure something out. We'll discuss the finishes and the matches.
I mean, I will see clips probably on YouTube or whatever, but.
Yeah. All right, so I want to thank everybody for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you, Bill, for coming on. Thank you for letting me know about your band. I had no idea. And
remember, everyone,
I'll see you guys.
What were you saying about GTA 6,
see you guys.
Joe?
What?
What were you saying about GTA 6? You were going to say something?
No. I was just gonna say that I know we will get to it. It's just that, I'm losing my voice. I just haven't had. I'm so busy now, and on top of that, a possible move coming soon.
I saw that puppy, Bill.
I think we got like 20 suck a dicks. I think you said suck a dick like 20 times.
So my counter is 20.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
All right, so thank everybody for watching. Have a nice weekend.